Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me on my 12 weeks of Christmas series, and this week is week 3. And I thought today we would make this really cute little treat bag. This is using our craft tag bags that you can find in our annual catalog. You receive a package of 10. So this is really nice. They're a really nice size. I'm envisioning putting like homemade cookies or some type of homemade treat in here. You know, obviously for demonstration purposes this is flat, but it's really nice. It's a nice size bag that you can actually put quite a few homemade goodies in here. The other thing that I'm using is the Candy Cane Christmas stamp set along with the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper, so you can see that here in the background. And the great thing about this paper collection is this is one of the 8 collections that is included in our buy 3 get 1 Designer Series paper promotion that's going through the end of the month. So I'll put a link in the description box of today's video, as well as on my on today's blog post about the promotion, so that you can see which collections are included, but this one is included for that collection. So I thought that would be fun to use. Then the other thing that I'm using is this beautiful, I don't know if you call it beautiful, but this really fun craft rope trim. Oh, here we go, here it is. Yeah, craft rope trim. And I really enjoyed using this. It was really fun to make. So I'm going to show you how I knotted the ends and then frayed it. And I think that's about it. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you is I'm using the, in the holiday catalog, you'll see that you can purchase our markers in sets. There's a couple in here, but to do this, you can see here that I used crumb cake and real red ink to do the stamping. And if you can believe, I don't have a crumb cake marker, so I'm going to be ordering this today. But I'm going to show you how I did use the real red marker to color in the Christmas tree. But for my demonstration purposes, I am going to be using the red and crumb cake ink pads, but using the markers is a lot simpler. All right, so let's get started. Because I am doing 2 different colors, I'm going to go ahead and use my Misty. I've got everything set up just to make this go by a little bit faster. So if you've been following my videos recently during the holidays, you've seen me using this to do different colors, but you can definitely do it without this. I just like to do the masking technique. Sorry about that. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is just, what I've done is I've cut this piece of cardstock. It's about 2 1/4 inches wide, and then I've just kept it long, a little bit longer than necessary, because I'm going to notch the end, and so I'll just kind of figure this out, if that makes any sense, because I kind of want it to be the length, almost the length of the craft bag. Okay, so whoops, I'm just going to grab some tape here. And go ahead and mask off that part. And then I'm going to ink up the top part in real red. And like I said, if you have the markers, this makes it a lot easier. And always make sure that when you are masking that you remove the paper from where you have covered up, so that you don't transfer that onto your cardstock. Okay, and now I'm just going to wipe off the red, and then I'm going to come in and cover up the Christmas tree. I'm going to come in with my crumb cake ink and go ahead and ink up the Christmas tree as well as the Just For You part of the stamp. Okay, again, remove that masking strip. And there you go. So we've got all that done, and now we can move on to working on the Christmas tree. Okay, and in the sample, you see how I've colored the little dots in the Christmas tree. Right now, they're just, blank. And then also I've stamped that little tiny bow that comes in the stamp set. So, oh, right here. I was like, where did it go? Right there. So I'm going to ink that up and stamp that in real red. And I'm just going to do that right above the tree. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now come in with your red marker. I've made a couple of these, so I'm going to tell you what I do. My first instinct was to use the brush end to color in the dots, and I found that I didn't have a whole lot of control. It bled. So then when I did it again, I used the fine tip end, which is really meant for journaling, but because this is such a small area, I felt like I had more control when I was using the fine tip end. So just come in here and just color in the dots, and I just did all of them. Okay, just like that. And then what I did is I took my paper piercer and the basic rhinestones, and I'm just going to cut off 3 here. And I'm just going to randomly place these on the Christmas tree. And this just gives it just a little bit of bling. Just like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to do, let me zoom out here. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to do a notch here in the middle. So what I like to do is I'm using the Christmas tree as my center point, and I'm just going to cut in the middle to about right there. And now I'm just going to go cut from corner to corner up until where I cut that. So I'm just going to meet that, and then that will give us the notch. So just like that. It's not perfect, but it gives us that idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab one of our craft tag bag gift bags. Okay, so you can see that, you can actually get quite a bit in there. It's a nice sized bag and it opens up fairly wide. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've already cut my designer series paper. And this measures 2.5 inches wide. So I just want a little bit to show on either side. So it's going to layer like that. And the idea is I'm just going to fold this over just a little bit, so not very much. And I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and give it a good crease. And let's go ahead and attach the Whisper White to this piece. Or actually, you know what? Let me do this first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the designer series paper. It's going to be flush to the top of the bag. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take my scissors and just trim off this part. And if I didn't do a very good cut, once I have it all attached, I'll make a cleaner cut. Okay. And so now what I can do is go ahead and put snail on the banner. And like I said, we want this to be flush to the top of the designer series paper. There we go. And then we're going to attach this with snail. And then again, center this in the gift bag. So make sure that you put your goodies in before you're doing this part. Okay, so let me just cut this off, trim this off a little bit better. Okay. All right, so the next thing you're going to want to do is I'm using my crocodile to punch these holes. If you don't have a crocodile, you can definitely use our 1/8 inch handheld punch, but it takes a lot more wrist strength than I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my, like I said, my crocodile. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 holes that are fairly close together. Try to get it somewhat in the middle. I'm never the best at this, but with the trim, it kind of camouflages if you make any mistakes. That's not too bad. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some trim, and I'm probably using, I don't know, 18, let's see here, 18, 20 inches. Actually, it looks like I've got 23 inches. So I'm just using quite a bit. You may not need that much. And what you're going to do is just, let's go this way, went through the wrong way. Just feed the rope trim through the back. And if it frays a little bit, don't get too concerned because we're going to be fraying the bottom. So just feed it through the back, through the front. Okay, and this really ties nicely. So let's just go ahead and tie it a good sized bow. And this little gift bag is really quick to make and just perfect for those gift giving parties that you may have coming up here, and you know, just great for teachers, co-workers, neighbors. You know, you can really, like I said, fit quite a bit in here. Okay, so there's our bow. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and knot the ends. And just make sure you got all the twine. Okay, and both sides. And it doesn't matter if this is even or not, because you, when you start to fray, you'll cut down the kind of looks like a tassel, all the fringe. So then just take your fingers, and for me with these nails, it may take me a little bit longer than if you just have natural nails or shorter nails. You know, you can do this a little bit quicker. So you're just going to fray all this. Okay, so that's what it looks like once you have it frayed. Then just take some sharp scissors and just come in here and kind of give it a haircut. There you go. And then there's the finished project. Just a cute little Christmas tag, or Christmas craft bag, using the Candy Cane Lane Christmas stamp set, along with the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper, and those fun little craft gift bags. All right, guys, well, I hope you liked today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as my exclusive newsletter, which if you are not a current subscriber, head on over to my blog, which is www.istampin.com. You'll see it at the very top of the homepage where you just enter your name and email address, and then you will be sure to get my exclusive newsletters each Friday. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day, and join me later this week for a couple of more videos. Bye-bye, guys.